Here we are, still.
I guess we're still at the same place.
Yeah.
So, well, something happened on Wednesday evening. And I don't know, it's those moments that you're not like mindful about what you're doing.
Okay.
So, like, mistakes happen.
Mhm.
And I went into the bathroom to like fill up my glass of water, and I opened the door, and while I opened the door, you know what's gonna happen. I stopped my freaking little toe so badly on the door, so badly, and it like I crumbled in pain. I was like, I didn't scream or anything, but I was like
inwards.
yeah, and it was so loud. And the stop like was so loud that my dad in the living room also heard it, and he was like, I was going into the living room, I was limping into the living room, and my dad, and I told him the story, and he said, that was what was so loud.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my god, it was this loud, and it hurt really, really badly. But the pain didn't subside. It really hurt it, and the day after, it like got blue, and the day after that day, it was like blue, and I showed it to my dad, and he was like, I have never seen something like this before. And he was sure it was broken because he said like, you never seen anything like this. And so the day after, I still went to training, and after training I walked to our flat from the subway and it was rainy, and I was like, I have to go fast, but still I couldn't. I was like,
like a wounded soldier.
Yeah, really. And so yesterday, after I got home from university, my dad and I drove to the hospital to get it checked. And my dad was like, this toe is broken. It's yeah. But actually, if a toe is broken, you can't really do anything. You can't have like a plaster, obviously, but I felt like, what if they give me a plaster and then I have to walk with it for like 4 weeks? It would be horrible. I couldn't wear shoes, and it would just be not good.
Every outfit you wear, so that's a no-go, a big no-go.
Like these crutches.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to walk with crutches and help.
But Lord, maybe it would be fun, because then you could like do fun stuff.
Yeah, it would be really cool, and then break my neck. So it's not it. And I walked in, and it went actually really fast. Well, normally in the hospital you have to wait like a long time, but luckily it wasn't broken actually. But even the radiologist said like, oh, that's really blue, and I was like, yeah, no. But yeah, it wasn't broken.
Just
luckily.
Just like you hit it just really badly.
Yeah, I think it was like a little before broken. It would, if the bump would have been a little harder, I think the bone wouldn't have taken it well. So, but they just put on like a bandage. And today it's a little better, but the last 2 days were horrible. Walking in the university, like I have to put on this mask of, I'm fine, but my foot, I can't walk this fast. Well.
So is it still hurting?
Yeah, but it's better and it's okay. But I never thought you could break a toe onto like on a door with just bumping it. But my mom told me a friend of hers regularly bumps or breaks their toe on like a bed frame or the door. Oh. And I was like, how do you do this regularly? Like at some point you have to be careful. Like, you know, I broke my toe like 2 times. Now be careful on the bed. Like,
or like
ow.
put something around the
Like,
bed, like
soft.
yeah, to make the edges
Softer.
yeah.
Like do on the corners of the table when you have like small kids, so they
Yeah.
don't bump into it with their head.
Yeah,
Crazy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really weird. Why do these things always happen to you, kinda?
Thank you. I thought so too, because I nearly broke my thumb in May, and the receptionist also like said, you were here in May, so your data stayed the same, I think. And I was like, yeah, May, but in myself I thought like, May, oh my god, it's October and I am here again. Oh my god. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And 2 times my finger, and then my...
Collarbone?
No, it's not the collarbone. It's the
Sternum?
sternum. And my dad said, you can't break your sternum. You're like a car could drive over you and it's okay. And a person falling on me is enough, apparently.
I mean, but it was probably just a really like soft crack, I guess.
I don't know. Well, the doctor said it was like it grew together like an crooked, yeah.
Crookedly.
Yeah, it wasn't the normal way with the way it normally looks.
Mm-hmm.
So he said like, yeah, it was broken actually. I don't know. These things happen to me apparently. I don't know.
It's a curse, maybe.
Hopefully not. I don't want to be
Maybe-
cursed.
Maybe we can decurse you.
Yeah, speak some Latin words and then I'll be free.
Maybe a demon haunts you.
Hopefully not.
Obviously,
Good for
hopefully
her.
not, but I'm just trying to be realistic here.
Okay, no, maybe I just have breakable bones, or I don't know, I do
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that's just as dangerous. I
But
don't
it's
know.
weird because I think I do even more stuff that like should have consequences. Like not in a like bad behavior way, but just I often like stumble or hit parts of my body on like sharp edges,
Like a door.
like a door. Like really, I often have like bruises. I'm like, when did that happen again?
Well, whatever. I just wanted to tell you the story because it was like the main part happening in the last few days.
Like
in my life.
it does sound really excruciating.
Well, it wasn't that bad, but still.
but I don't know if I can relate, but I had like a really bad
Blister?
blister, yeah,
I
Like-
think it's blister, yeah.
like on my foot because I wore the wrong shoes. Like they're definitely like straight out of hell. Definitely, like the devil himself made these shoes.
Which shoes are those? Do you have,
I
like...
don't know if you've seen them because I bought them on Vinted and so never really tried them on. And actually, they said they were
comfortable.
I don't know, but like
Okay.
fake leather, but they're actually real leather. And I was like,
Why?
thank you for nothing. But they look really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But they are literally the most uncomfortable shoes that I have like worn my entire life. So, and I like wore it from like the shoes like 7 a.m. to probably 7 p.m. or something like that. So it was just horrible, really horrible. Like I couldn't just
You were in pain every step you took. Like.
Yeah, it was really bad, and I, like for another week or more, I still couldn't really wear shoes without pain. So
Oh my
maybe
God.
that was kind of similar. Like my foot didn't turn blue or anything.
Yeah, but it's like blisters hurt on your foot. But which form of shoes was it? Like a sneaker or like?
No, like a boot more.
So you're never gonna wear those shoes again. But what are you doing with it?
Maybe I'm reselling them at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe I should like put in a side note. They're cursed.
Throw them away.
Yeah.
Maybe the person who sold it was also thinking like this boot is just like mega uncomfortable.
Yeah, maybe they're just. I should use them for decor or something.
Yeah.
So
Like plant in.
It looks so weird. Just because
But knives in a book would be like
that
good.
looks kind of cool.
No, knives like putting knives into books for like so the book holds the knife is like a crazy thing.
But it's just because the books looks nice.
Okay, but it's
and
still...
you want books to be your decor, so you use them for various things. So why not put knives in them?
I don't know. Yeah. So, but yeah.
No, I just want to say I don't do that, by the way. But
she would if I let her.
I mean, maybe my feet are just don't have the shape for these shoes.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways, let's talk about something a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, we actually planned to talk about like memories that make us laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like really funny memories that we always come back to and be like,
good old times.
Yeah, it was really funny. And we both, I think we've thought about some experiences that we shared together, and they were really funny.
Mm-hmm.
You want to start with a
Yeah.
experience or a story?
So I think I'm gonna start with like one of the really top tier.
Hopefully we don't have the same stories.
I'm not sure about it. The day when we went on vacation in the Netherlands, we arrived at the place where we stayed, and we were just so done because we were on the train like the whole day.
Yeah.
And we went by German train, which is also which is always extra stressful because they're never on time.
Because I don't know how long does it take from Vienna to the Netherlands. I think it was like
12 hours.
Yeah, it was like really long.
Yeah, and I think we did have some like that was the first time, and we also had some delay.
But it was okay.
Yeah,
I think
it was pretty much okay.
The second time it was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, we got there we should have gotten there
at like 10 p.m.
Oh,
I think.
and it
10
was
or 11.
And it was like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Well.
Anyways, that was not the fun part.
No.
But when we just arrived, we were so happy that we made it. And then you bought these what was that?
Like gyozas, I think.
I have no idea, but like dough, bags of dough.
Filled with vegetables. I think they are called gyozas.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like I commented on them that they smell like dead mouse.
I never smelled that though.
And they didn't taste that way, but they smelled that way. I don't know why.
Yeah, okay.
But like that was already kind of funny. And then I was like, we were eating them. And I was like, alright. Because we didn't eat all of it.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, let's just put them in the dishwasher.
The dishwasher, this is still running gag. Because we all, I don't know, it often happens to me that I mistake the fridge for the dishwasher, and I say like, oh yeah, I'll just put it in the dishwasher. That moment just tipped it all over, and I think we like had the laugh of our lifetime.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we had also some sandwiches, I feel like, that you made, like a whole box of sandwiches that we could have never. It was just too much.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And we had like this vegan strawberry milk, and we dipped like cookies into it, and it was like really.
That was not tasty at all.
But in the moment, it was okay.
It was not as low as like eating
I know what you're gonna say. Eating them the cereal out of the
yeah,
like cups
Yeah.
with like um a
A
wooden spoon,
Yeah.
fork.
It was probably not even a spoon.
Because we were driving home and there wasn't any cutlery and any bowls.
Yeah, we just had to use what we had
And it was like a wooden fork.
and a cup.
Yeah.
Like another thing happened that was very similar to the thing that happened with the dishwasher. And
Yeah,
like the
I
mistaking.
remember.
And we were like eating. We were at a like Chinese restaurant, yeah. And there was like this fancy carrot.
It was like shaped into a flower.
Yeah.
Like a rose.
And I was like, can I have that straw? Like in German, obviously, but straw carrot. And I tried to play it cool, and you were like, I heard that.
Yeah, I heard you wanted to say Erdbeere.
So yeah, that was fun stories of my brain not comprehending things.
And the names of things. Well, I have a story to the Netherlands thing.
Kind of weird stuff happened in the Netherlands.
There's more that we probably won't tell.
Yeah.
And it kept us up at night, like laughing about it.
Yeah.
But the time, like we arrived, the first time we went there, we arrived with the train, and you had the key because we were staying at your cousin's place, and we were arriving at the flat, and on the door to get to the stairs, you have to open stairs, obviously, some way, because this wasn't like a normal key, it was more like an electrical chip.
Yeah.
And we were like putting it on the lock, and how and it wasn't working, and we were standing there and we were like, how do we do this? So we couldn't get in, so we tried, and then like after 5 minutes someone from inside opened us the door, and like until the
like third day or
yeah,
something like that.
We didn't know how to open this door, so we always relied on someone else to open it, and we were like standing outside and talking or looking on our phones, and then someone went in, and we like opened the door and tried to get in because it was already open. When we figured out how to like really open it, it was like someone else was opening the door, and we were like apes watching and figuring out, okay, how's the person opening the door? And it's like really like apes watch someone else do it and then do it themselves, and we were like exactly like those apes.
Yeah, I really did feel like an ape that moment when we're like, oh, they just used that little box and just put it on that.
Because we thought like there was like a product placement on the box on the wall, and it was said like cancel information or something like this. And I thought that if you put your chip on the platform, it cancels like the information of the door, and you can't like, get in anymore.
It's like its information says door number, I don't know, 200 or something like that, and then if we like can't like deleted the information on it, then it wouldn't work, because then it was like not assigned to a certain door.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, and I was like, let's not
try it.
Yeah.
But in the end, it was that thing. Well,
literally the other day I had to print something on a printer, and I literally had to like take a photo of this little screen and ask ChatGPT like, what do I do?
Oh my god, that's
because
next level.
Actually was pretty obvious. I just didn't. I think I was so kind of nervous and panicking that I didn't read properly, because actually it was pretty obvious. But it was like, maybe you should use this button and then you can just print it. And I already tried that, but then I like pressed it again, and it was like, oh yeah, that's how it works. But
Like
I
an
literally
ape.
stood there like for 5 minutes just.
How does this work?
Ah.
ChatGPT, please help me.
Another like memory that's like that day was literally one of the funniest days of my life, and I think of yours too.
Okay.
It was when in school in our senior year, there's this tradition of having 1 week where everyone dresses up. Like every day has a different motto.
Yeah.
And one day was grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone dressed up like a grandparent.
They went whoever took part like really went full in. Like
Yeah.
everyone was like really like a grandparent.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
exactly. And it was so funny because everyone was taking it so seriously and we're like acting like grandparent. Maybe we do have a photo
Yeah.
of us.
Just us two.
I don't know. I think on Snapchat we have
Like
a selfie. Yeah.
Yeah, but the funniest part of it was we had in Latin first hour we had like this rally through school, and it was like a race. Like there were several groups, and we had like a race, and we had to find out information as quickly as possible. And there's this video existing of us like all acting like old people and running through the hallway like someone had a crutch or something, like a walking stick.
Yeah, an actual walking stick.
And we were all like limping and like had not a straight like back.
Yeah, like a
crooked back.
Yeah.
And we were all like running like this and making like noise like old people. It was so funny, and this video is just all of them running with this cap, and you brought like glasses of your aunt that works in like a shop
where they sell glasses. Yeah.
some of them only had one glass, and they were really glasses of like old people, and everyone got one, and it was so funny. Someone was like had like an old people makeup like with crinkles. It was so funny. It was the funniest moment.
Yeah.
We had all like the best time of our lives.
Yeah, it was really so much fun.
And the teachers also thought it was like really funny. It was crazy. So should I tell you the story that I think you will hopefully remember?
Please do.
Okay, so we were in religion class again.
Of course.
I think this was the era of us where we like were really much into like yeast baking. Like in German there's this Germknödel. It's like a
dumpling of yeast, and there's like
plump
marmalade, yeah,
inside, and it's really tasty. And we wanted to open a store that was just sells like yeast bakery stuff,
yeah.
and we wanted to name it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the names were. Like we tried to make like a joke with like a word joke with yeast. And I think it took us like over two religion lessons to figure out the name. And I think we didn't find a name. But do you remember?
Of course I remember. Of course I remember yeast in Austria.
What?
Like that's the one name that I still can recall. But it didn't really work because we don't exactly live in the east of Austria,
so
but
Eastern
Austrian, like traditional Eastern Austrian food. I still think about it sometimes.
But do you remember another?
No, but I actually probably still have the
sheet.
Yeah, the sheet we drew it on. I could look for it at home.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Because we took all the notes on that.
Yeah, I think that's it though.
Yeah, I hope that like you also enjoyed it, not just us.
Hopefully we explained the stories like
so
good enough.
Yeah, that other people that were not part of it also get it. Or was it just like confusing?
We just those iconic moments.
Just the podcast, we did it just for us, so we can just, when we're like having a bad time, we can just
Think about those.
we can just watch the episode and be like, oh my god, that was so fun.
Well, we hope you liked it.
We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.
Or listening.
Or both.
And ramen.